Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo,
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitya Gaura Haribo.
So we'll sing a bhajan now. The title is Hari Hari Bifale. So if you all could pull it up. Are we going to display? If you could pull it up on your phones and repeat, that would be very nice. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu Hari Hari Janama Goainu
Hari Hari Bifale Janma Goainu
Manusya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhariya
Manusya Mana Radha Krishna
Manusya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhariya
Radha Krishna Navatiya
Jariya Shuniya Visha Hayo
Jariya Shuniya Vekakainu
Janiya Shuniya Visha Kayo Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtana
Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtana
Golokera premadhana harinama sankirtana
Golakera prema dhana harinama sankirtana
Pratina janmi lokene
Pratina janmi lokene
Pratina janmi lokene Samsara vishanale divanishi jwale
Samsara vishana Nibani
Samsara vishanale divanishi jwale
Samsara vishana Nibani
Judaite na koino pa Judaite na koino pa Gajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se
Gajendra Nandana Sachituta Hoilo Se
Gajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se
Gajendra Nandana Sachituta Hoilo Se
Balarama Hoilo Ni Da Balarama Hoilo Ni Da Hina jata chilo hariname uddharilo
Hina jata chilo harinama uddharilo
Hina jata chilo hariname uddharilo
Hina jata chilo harinama uddharilo
Tara sakshi jagai ma Tara sakshi jagai ma Shijagai Mara. Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta. 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 Karuna Karo Baro. Narottama Nateli Horangapa. Narottama Nateli Horangapa. Roma Vina Ke Ache Amara. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu.
O Lord Hari, I have spent my life uselessly, having attained a human birth, and having not worshipped Radha and Krishna, I have knowingly drunk poison.
The treasure of divine love in Goloka Vrindavan has descended as the congregational chanting of Lord Hari's names. Why did my attraction for that chanting never come about? Day and night my heart burns from the fire of the poison of worldliness, and I have not taken the means to relieve it.
Lord Krishna, who is the son of the king of Vraja, became the son of Sachi, Lord Chaitanya, and Balaram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who were lowly and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai and Madai, are evidence of this.
O Lord Krishna, son of Nanda, accompanied by the daughter of Vrishabhanu, please be merciful to me now. Narottama Das says, O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet, for who is my beloved except for you?
Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Jai. His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu ki. His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu ki. His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu ki. Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai. Vanchako Patrubhyashta Kripa Sindhu Sevacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Jai. Okay. We're live from Houston, Texas. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming out. It was a very wonderful assembly of Vaishnavas we have. Yeah. So we're here to celebrate the 67th Vyasapuja of His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. And so we just really want to say thank you for everybody who helped to put these nice decorations together. And thank you all of you who are going to make offerings today. And hopefully we can glorify Him nicely and He will be pleased with our offerings. Okay. So I'll do a brief introduction of Maharaj. Yeah. So His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I'm sure most of us already know him, you know what to say. But as formality. Yeah, so he joined Iskcon in 1984. Not that old.
Just after the World War.
Yeah, 1984 in Singapore, 42 years ago. So he took shelter of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and he was initiated in July 1990 in Melbourne, Australia, 36 years ago. And 92, he quit his job and he traveled full-time with His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj and served as his secretary and his servant until mid-1995. So then from 97 to 99, he served as his personal cook and servant in Dallas while Tamal Krishna Maharaj was in college. So a lot of intimate service with Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Also, while pursuing his PhD in Cambridge, he was invited to the Houston Temple to serve as Director of Education. So he is still holding this position as the Director of Education. And he's offered Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, and Disciples courses here as part of his service. Yeah. He also holds the Bhakti Vaibhav degree. Yeah. Till 2005 to present, he's been traveling to preach to the local devotees in Hong Kong and China. He also travels to Australia yearly, visiting Perth and Sydney. Yeah. 2006, he taught Bhakti Shastri in Iskcon, Seattle, and he helped the graduates there establish their own education center. And he also established a Bhakti Vaibhav group there in Seattle. Yeah, here in Houston, in addition to education, he also serves prominently in the deity department. And he counsels many local devotees on matters spiritual and material, and he mentors youth groups monthly. Yeah, under the auspices of His Holiness Romapad Swami Maharaj, along with other devotees. Yeah, he's also conducted many japa retreats over the years and various seminars. And so finally, he also acts as a consultant and advisor for the temple management here in Houston. Is how most of us know him. And he's one of the board of directors for Iskcon Houston. And also presently, he is an Iskcon initiating spiritual master. So that's been His Grace Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Okay, so I'll briefly iterate what's our schedule for today. So now it's about 10:20. We'll do glorifications till about 12:30. Then Maharaj will speak. We'll do a Boga offering with a short presentation from our Bhakti Vriksha youth. That'll be 12:45. Pushpanjali and Guru Puja about 1. And then Prasadam at 1:30. Yeah, and the best part, why you guys came. Okay. Yeah, and so we'll begin glorification soon. Just a few notes about our glorifications. So yeah, we have many offerings today. So we have over 40 people speaking. So it's gonna be a long day. So we have to ask everybody to be mindful of time. Is good? Yeah. So yeah, we're asking everybody to keep your offerings between 2 and 3 minutes. 3 minutes max. Disciples, maybe take the time you need. Saranga Thakur Prabhu, take the time you need. And then everybody else, keep it on time. And we've all done Vyasapuja offerings, so I mean, I know what we all thinking, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. But yeah, please be mindful with your offering. If you have a boring offering and you know it's a boring offering because you just wrote it or something like this, then just might as well skip to the good part and save it for everybody, because Maharaj don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear this, all of us, and just please be mindful, be courteous, skip to the good part, make it solid, get out of there quick and clean, Let's do it like this. I know some people might have very intimate things that they might want to share. So that's okay, senior God brothers like this. If you have to cry or something, then, you can take the time you need, but otherwise, yeah, quick and clean and get it out of there. Okay. Oh, I also have this one. We have this is your signal. We have this little bell. So this will signal 30 seconds left for your offering. So take your time. It'll go like this. And then once you're over your time, then you'll hear it a little bit louder, That means it's time to wrap it up, get out of there. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so I'll call a few names ahead before you come up. If it's your turn next, then you can stand on the side and wait, so that way we don't waste time getting up and coming. Please be ready to come. And yeah, you can also offer your pranams when you pay obeisances. That way when you come up, you're not wasting too much time doing the pranams and everything like this. And yeah, so just try to be mindful so that everybody can have a chance to speak today. And yeah. Okay, so we'll start now. And we have first up, we have Saranga Thakur Prabhu. Next up, we'll have Sham Sundar Prabhu, and then Rasi Kinder Prabhu. Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, and also assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpa Tharubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhe Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. It's been almost over 23 years since my 23 or 24 years now association with His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. It's over the year, he has been my Shiksha Guru, my mentor, advisor for all these years. And we are very grateful for his presence in our spiritual as well as material lives. He has been Shiksha Guru for my whole entire family. So on this auspicious occasion of Maharaj's Vyasapuja, I feel very grateful for his services to not only from my own family, but also for our community here. And his presence and service has deeply enriched our community for the 30 plus years that he has been part of our community. Over the years, I have witnessed Prabhu's consistency in terms of his service and also commitment to Srila Prabhupada's mission. And it's incredible in terms of his mood in terms of helping devotees in whatever the way, and his being able to approach him in whatever the circumstances. So, and he has carried so many responsibilities for our community over the years, and his advice and decisions that he has given us, or guidance he has given us over the years, consistently reflect his care for the devotees, as well as his long-term vision for our community, and also it shows his loyalty to Srila Prabhupada's standards and Srila Prabhupada's instructions. And what I especially appreciate is his genuine concern for devotee spiritual growth. Of course, now for the last few years, he has been an initiating spiritual master. But even before that, for the last 20 plus years, I have seen him consistently be caring for the spiritual growth, even though sometimes he might come across very forceful, just like his spiritual master, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And he's kind of blunt in a lot of those cases where he feels that we may be deviating, or we may be complacent in our spiritual lives. So that's very inspiring to see how he takes his sacred responsibility and seriousness, but at the same time with humility. Whether guiding devotees individually or teaching Iskcon disciple course, or Bhakti Shastri classes, or Bhakti Vaibhava study groups, his focus always has been on helping devotees build a strong, thoughtful, and sustainable devotional life. And Radha Krishna Prabhu, of course, not only he preaches, but also he yadi acharati shreshta. So he actually practices what he preaches. He leads by example, and despite so many responsibilities and mentoring and so forth, still he does his deity services. He used to also make wonderful Sunday feasts, and at least with the help of the devotees, he used to cook. And of course, now still he does our Thanksgiving feast and so forth. And also he does performs deity services. So he's inspiring all of us, irrespective of how far we got through in our devotional life or in our devotional service. We should stick to our commitment to our service and our responsibilities. And and also I'm very grateful for Prabhu for his encouragement of education initiatives in our community. Like I mentioned, I mean, he has been teaching Bhakti Shastri courses for almost now 30 plus years. And so many of us, not only us, our children also went through his courses, and which became foundation for their spiritual lives. So we are very grateful for that. And also, it also helped our community in terms of strengthening the spiritual lives of our community. So his guidance also inspired many devotees, including youth, and he still continues to inspire so many devotees, new devotees, to take spiritual life seriously and responsibly. So on this auspicious Vyasapuja day, I pray to Srila Prabhupada to bless His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu with continued health, clarity, and enthusiasm in his service. And also we pray to Radha Krishna Prabhu to bless all of us in our progress, so that we can make some progress in our spiritual lives. So may he remain a trusted guide and well-wisher for many devotees for many, many years to come. And may his service continue to protect and nourish our Iskcon Houston community. Thank you so much. Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Up next, we have Sham Sundar Prabhu, then it'll be Rasi Kunja Prabhu, and then Maitreya Rishi Prabhu.
नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती राधा कृष्ण प्रभु इति नामिने
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते तमाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने वंशकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिंधु भयवच पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. What a glorious day to celebrate the appearance day of my dear Lord God brother, His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. These kind of festivals are unique and glorious, where we get a chance to glorify the devotees of the Lord. And by glorifying the devotees in reality, we are glorifying His spiritual master, Divine Grace Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, our exalted Guru Parampara, Srila Vyasadeva, and ultimately the origin of all, the Divine Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. This is a very purifying effect for our heart to glorify the devotees. These kind of activities are very profound in the spiritual world, where constantly glorification and loving exchanges are going on. Our great Acharya Sanatana Goswami spent so much time to write the Bruhad Bhagavatamrita, where Gop Kumar and Narad Muni has shown the way to glorify at all level of the devotees and to glorify the great devotees like Radha Krishna Prabhu. It's a very auspicious occasion. The real cause of this festival is exemplary, determined, and purifying life of His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. He chooses to live differently than all of us, not pursuing material life, but to solve the problem, real problem of the material life. I have witnessed his life for many, many years. We saw together our Guru Maharaj. He was very kind to help me when I was cooking for my Guru Maharaj in Vrindavan to make a tomato chutney when I made the pataka pawa. A very simple life, concentrating on the goal of life. He performed perfectly all the duties of the brahmacharis, knowing spiritual education, serving his spiritual master with his heart in good and bad times, maintained celibacy, and throughout his life, cultivating humility, tolerance, cleanliness, truthfulness, and honesty, and completely free from the envy. Now, gracefully, he has extended his service by accepting a big role of spiritual master in our parampara. We all wish him the best. His life is a perfect example of an ideal devotee, full with unlimited good qualities that we will hear for many hours to come. On this auspicious day, we pray at Prabhu's lotus feet to bestow all his mercy upon all of us, so we can also remember the goal of life and pursue sincerely as Prabhuji has done. All we pray to our deity Sisi Radha Nila Madhava, Nitai Chaitanya Chandra, Nitai Gaur Chandra, Radha Giridhari and Giriraj to bestow all mercy upon Prabhuji so he can guide this community as he has done for many, many years. We wish him a very long and healthy life. All glories, all glories, all glories to His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu ki Jai. His Vyasapuja festival ki Jai.
Thank you very much, Shamsundar Prabhu. Very heartfelt. Okay. We have Rasi Kendra Prabhu. Next we'll have Maitreya Rishi Prabhu. And then Kuvera Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, I think he's feeling very uncomfortable. Something a guru has to put up with on Vyasapuja day. So, Today I want to speak about something which he has earned to sit on this chair which he's sitting on, worthy of worship from all of us. The Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 2, text 16, verse 16 talks about this. It says, Shushrusaha Pradadanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Niveshanat. O twice born sages, by serving those devotees who are completely free from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. So we all sometimes think wonder how can I make the most rapid advancement? Oh, I will chant Hare Krishna. But if you sit down and chant Hare Krishna, often you find you're not making advancement, because our chanting is full of offenses, inattention, even though there may be slow progress. But the Bhagavatam has confirmed it. The great devotees have confirmed it. Actually, the best way to become a great soul is to serve a great soul with total dedication, without duplicity, giving your life and soul to such great souls. One becomes great. So it is evident in our Guru Parampara that the Guru Parampara is exemplified by disciples who have served their spiritual master with their life and soul. So because Radha Krishna Prabhu has done that, giving his life, sacrificing his career, giving up his comfort, giving up his conveniences, and be willing to take chastisement and still continue his dedicated service, he has rightfully earned to become also a spiritual master, and thus he is worthy of worship today, and it gives me great pleasure to see him being worshipped today. Even though sometimes, we have a very informal relationship, but still I feel that he's my worshipable, and I wish him the best. I wish him the very best, and I wish him all the protection which is necessary to be a guru, because a guru has to walk a very, sometimes a very thorny path, full of thorns. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, when you are sworn to the path of truth, you should be ready to walk on thorns, even though it could be very uncomfortable, very painful sometimes, but that is the task he has accepted. And today we wish him the very best on that path, and may the Lord protect him. May our Srila Gurudev always guide him in his heart to do what is best in any kind of circumstance. And Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara bestow their mercy upon him so that he can execute his duties as a spiritual master perfectly. Thank you, Radha Krishna Prabhu, for all your association. I wish you the very best. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
All right, thank you, Rasikendra Prabhu. Okay, now we have an offering from Maitreya Rishi Prabhu, then Kuvera Prabhu, and then we'll have a reading of an offering from Jai Baladev Prabhu, who couldn't make it in person today.
My most reverend Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. At the dust of your lotus feet, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, my beloved Guru Maharaj. I feel most unqualified as I am writing this offering to you. Although I do not deserve it, you were very merciful in accepting me as your disciple. For me to receive such a blessing at my advanced age and physical state meant a lot to me. Therefore, I want to thank you again and again for showing such ceaseless mercy upon me. You have instructed me to study the Bhagavad Gita, which I read every day, and I'm attending the daily Bhagavad Gita class for the second time at the temple. Following are some verses that have profound influence on me. Bhagavad Gita 4.34 gave me the recipe for searching my Guru Maharaj. It had the ingredients by which I was inspired to take your shelter. And I remember how terrified. Whenever I had a question, I tried submissively to inquire from you, and you have guided me to the righteous path. Rendering service to you has given me immense joy. Immense joy. Because of you, I see the real truth. A big thank you to you. Bhagavad Gita 6.5 and 6.6. Like all human beings, my mind always puts me in a conundrum. But studying these two verses, it has fortified me. My thoughts and my mind can be my friend as well as my enemy. But my chanting of 16 rounds every day of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, I am beginning to control my mind by changing my focus from the material life to the spiritual life. A big thank you to you. Bhagavad Gita 9.34 and 18.66. 18.6 summarizes the gist of the Bhagavad Gita. If one surrenders to Krishna, Krishna will wipe all sinful reactions. Since you are a bona fide representative of Krishna, I have surrendered to you, which I did when I took my vows of Diksha initiation. The process of surrender to Krishna has been summarized as 4 things in Bhagavad Gita 9.34. Always think of Krishna, become a devotee of Krishna, offer blessings and obeisances unto Krishna, and worship Krishna. I am doing my level best to abide these divine teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. It is my most humble request you to bless me so that I can implement more teachings of the Bhagavad Gita as time progresses. Also, please shower me with your blessings on me so that I can remember Krishna when I am leaving my body. Seeking your blessings always, your useless servant, Maitreya Rishidas.
Yeah, so we have Kuvera Prabhu. We'll have a reading of Jai Baladev's offering, and then Mother Kalpataru.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanadvijnasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurummilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. When Tamal Krishna Maharaj left his body, I had a desire that Radha Krishna Prabhu should become sannyasi. So I had a desire for a long time after Maharaj left the body. And when Prabhu took a vow for the Guru, I had in my mind, he took a vow for the sannyas order of life. And foolishly I announced on the TKG WhatsApp group. Until Rashikant Prabhu corrected me, I realized he is not sannyasi, but he took the vow for the becoming a guru. But to me, he is equally qualified for sannyasi. I see all the qualities of sannyasi in him, and I really admire him, his quality. He is guiding all the devotees over here very nicely. I had a very personal relation with him for maybe around 25, 30 years, maybe more, I don't know. Anyway, one incident I want to tell over here. One time I was traveling with Prabhu when we were going to India. And we reached the Houston airport, and when we are in the ticket counter, The ticket counter says, well, he has no booking. He is not in our list. My number, we made our booking together. I made his booking together, but his name was not on the list. So Prabhu says, okay. I mean, we tried to convince him. I had a printout with me. His name was there, but they says his name is not on the list. And Prabhu says, what to do? And they were not ready to help me because we didn't bought the ticket from the airlines. We bought the ticket from the travel agent, and it's all evening time. The travel office, the travel agent office was closed, and we tried to call him. He never answered. So that says, okay, I'm going home. He was so relaxed and so detached. I mean, I really admire his quality. But somehow I had a personal number of the agent, and we work out. His first name and last name was interchange, and it was not in their booking, and they were not ready to help. But I see Prabhu was so relaxed and calm. He says, okay, you go, I'm going back. He was not hesitated. I mean, we were not arguing anything. He was not upset. I really admire his quality. We learned a lot of things from Prabhu. We stayed together in Vrindavan, and I learned a lot of things from him. And I really appreciate Prabhu helping me. So many. I learned without telling you. Without telling me, I learned a lot of things from you. And I sincerely admire our qualities, and I wish you very good health, and so can continue helping all the Houston devotees and the prospective devotees to become more Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, we have a little audible. First we'll have Jai Hari Das, then we'll have Jai Baladev, and then Mother Kalpataru.
Well, thank you so much for. Better? Okay, thank you so much for letting me go out of order. I have a service to go to. I'm trying my best not to make a 6-7 joke. Kids all over the world are talking about your Vyasapuja. Okay, so I just wanted to thank you for your guidance. Your words of wisdom make me a better person. And I wanted to thank you for your thoughtfulness, because sometimes you give me gifts of prasad that I can actually honor because I'm not allergic to it. So thank you very much. And I wanted to thank you for your classes and example, and for teaching us the principles of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. And also, I will read the offering from Bhakta Antonio. Dear Guru Maharaj, it seems like the other day when you steered me and gave me the opportunity to serve Krishna. Your kind words and your unique, comforting smile directed me toward the path of clarity. Your guidance through your classes has been an invaluable blessing. Your clear explanation of the scriptures purify any imperfect fallen soul. Thank you for your mercy and your instructions to the root of devotional service. Your humble servant, Bhakta Antonio. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Jai Hari Das and Bhakta Antonio. Okay, so now we'll read an offering from Jai Baladev Prabhu, and then we'll have Mother Kalpataru, and then Murali Mohan Prabhu. So this is from Jai Baladev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. My dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. As you recall, our dearmost spiritual master, Srila Gurudev, recounted in Srila Prabhupada's final days that at least one of the appointed gurus must be fully trained up as a spiritual master, referring to him. After Srila Prabhupada's departure, Srila Gurudev traveled the world constantly to spread the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. During his travels, he was always assisted by a secretary. Because he was such a perfectionist and always ready to reprimand his servant to bring him up to his high standards, it was a constant challenge, and one had to be able to handle the sauce. Not everyone could bear the pressure, so most secretaries wouldn't last more than one trip until you took up the service. My feeling is that continuing in the disciplic succession, Srila Gurudev has trained you personally to be his disciple that will be fully trained up as Srila Prabhupada trained him. As all the devotees in Texas and other parts of the world know, you are their ever well-wisher and look to you for spiritual guidance, whether they are your disciple or not. Please bless me also on this most auspicious day of your appearance. Your slave, Jai Baladev. Okay. This is very nice. Okay, we have Mother Kalpataru, and then Murali Mohan Prabhu, and then it'll be Mother Saraswati.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, and happy Vyasapuja, Maharaj. It is very easy to glorify Radha Krishna Prabhu because, he has all the qualities of a Vaishnava. And first of all, he has a firm faith on the instructions of his Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Nishtha, he's an example for that. And because of that, he has all other qualities manifested in him. And for example, compassion, he really cares about other people. He will do anything possible to bring them closer to Krishna. And his sound understanding of scriptures, he knows everything. You can go to him for any clarification on any verse or any topic, and he will give you the right answer because he reads his scriptures all the time. So not only spiritually, like even you have some health issues, and you will mention to him, and he will give you some recommendation and some something you should take, and it really works. He knows. And if you want to know a recipe for something to cook, he's a very good cook, so he can also help you with that. So anything we can, and also he's so approachable, so you can just walk up to him and ask, and he's there. So we are really very, very fortunate and grateful for that. And I think we can go on and on for how many qualities he has, but I would say that he is he's a personification of the following two verses. I thought we often quote. So one of them is from Sweta Swatara Upanishad 6.23. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyete kathitat hi artha prakashante mahatmana. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of the Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. And the other one, Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.12, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarver gunes tatra samasate sura harava abhaktasya kuto mahat guna manorathena sati dhavato bahi. all the demigods and their exalted qualities, such as religion, knowledge, renunciation, become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudev. And just to conclude, I would like to mention one incident which happened many years ago. I was still very new to Krishna consciousness. Once I asked my Guru Maharaj that, whenever I am doing service at the temple or whatever I am doing for Krishna or devotees, I am always thinking whether Radha Krishna Prabhu will be pleased. So is that okay? I said, so he said, oh yes, pleasing Radha Krishna Prabhu is great. Keep going. So that's what I pray, that I always please you, and please continue to guide me and help me. I need all the help. Thank you very much for everything. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother Kalpataru. Okay, we have Murali Mohan Prabhu, Mother
His
Saraswati.
Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Yeah, Murali Mohan Prabhu, Mother Saraswati, and then Mother Ruchi afterwards.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and your grace. On this auspicious occasion of your appearance day, I offer my humble prayers and heartfelt gratitude at your lotus feet. Guru is one without a second. Guru manifests in different forms like Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru and so on. And you are one of those forms in our life. I am eternally grateful to you for instructing us as a Shiksha Guru. You are so kind that you don't want us to suffer in this world perpetually. You instruct all of us saying that don't get into all these things, chant nicely and go back to Krishna. This material world is not a good place. You are a no-nonsense person. You hit the point strongly and clearly. As a pure devotee or an Atma Rama, you are happy with your bhajan. However, due to compassion for the neophytes like us, you teach, you correct, you chastise, so that we learn and practice Krishna consciousness in the right way. Your corrections and chastisements are for our ultimate benefit only. Those are like medicine. If we take those medicines, we get cured. If we don't take them, then we suffer in this world without progress in devotional service. You love Srila Prabhupada so much that whatever you discuss with us regarding devotional service, I could recollect them hearing in Srila Prabhupada's lectures, walks, and other conversations. In our personal life, your personal instructions such as, why are you starving the beads that your Guru Maharaj gave? Attend Mangalarati and develop personal relationship with the deities. You must learn offering prayers to Radha Krishna, etc. Those are so empowering in my life. I could see by following them, I could gain the spiritual strength. We enjoy your sweet, loving reciprocation, such as giving us the Mahaprasadam of your personal deities and the Mahaprasadam of Radha Nila Madhav. All these are tokens of care and love you have to us. I'm eternally grateful to you for this, small or the big gift actually, those loving exchanges and for guiding us in our spiritual lives. On this auspicious occasion of your appearance day, I beg at your lotus feet for your blessings so that I make steadily progress in Krishna consciousness and become a true follower of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Okay, thank you, Murali Mohan. Mother Saraswati is here. And we have Ruchi and then Manoj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumritamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripasindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavnabhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, all glory to Srila Prabhupada, all glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga. I wish you a very happy 67th Vyasapuja, and I pray to Shri Radha Nila Madhava, Srila Prabhupada, to bless you with good health and happiness. I would like to begin with the verse of Chaitanya Charitram, Madhya Leela, which says, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kahe, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoye. This verdict of all revealed scriptures is that even by moment's association with the pure devotee, one can attain all success. This stands so true for Prabhuji, as your association has added so much value to my Krishna conscious journey. It has been more than over 10 years. We have been in your association, and every day has been memorable and endless learning. Everything about you is so inspiring, whether it may be your nectarian lectures, narration of the pastimes, kirtans, cooking, delicious prashadam, or your weekly Bhakti Shastri classes. Everything has given a boost to my spiritual life. Prabhu, your words are always leaving a deep impression on my heart and mind. You're the best Siksha Guru. Your spiritual intelligence, charismatic personality, and compassionate attitude is matchless. And you enhance the mood of service within my heart through your own example. Thank you for teaching me how to serve Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, my spiritual master, and the devotees to the best of my abilities. I pray that I imbibe few of your good qualities to make my Krishna consciousness successful. Thank you for everything you do for us every day. I pray may we have your association, mercy, and guidance for many more years to come. Your eternal servant, Saraswati Dasi.
Thank you. Now we'll have Mother Ruchi, Manoj Prabhu, and Satya Sara Prabhu. Manoj Prabhu.
Dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Though I feel shy to speak, I cannot let that stop me from showing how much I appreciate you. From the start of my Krishna consciousness, you were near, your purity and strength were glaringly clear. When I came to Houston, far from home, you noticed me, helped me feel I was cared for. Asking if I was comfortable, your grace made me feel safe in that new place. Later, when I was far, living alone, you called many times to check in, so I wasn't on my own. You prayed for my heart, for my Krishna consciousness, encouraged my sister to check in as well. When my chanting faltered, you helped me rise with guidance and patience, so very wise. Your care made Houston feel like home. With Radha Nila Madhav, I was never alone. Though strict in standards, your heart is so understanding, filled with kindness and love, gently guiding. Even as your health challenges you in many ways, you serve with devotion day and night, painting the deities, cooking with cheer, teaching Shastra with humor and care. He told me once, I just want you to be happy, and I know your wish spreads to everyone. Though I may fall short of your standards, I aim to fulfill them so that you may smile, and Radha Nila Madhava will smile as well because of that. I'm always grateful for your guidance and prayers, and I am where I am because of you, so thank you. Hare Krishna.
All right, thank you. We have Manoj Prabhu, and we have Satya Sara Prabhu, and then Bhakta Jose.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Radha Krishna Maharaj Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvari Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pushatadi Shatarane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvari Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pushatadi Shatarane. I'm a little nervous, so I have the pleasure of knowing Radha Krishna Maharaj for 30 plus years. As I was preparing this offering, the one shloka that was fitting for Maharaj came to my mind is Bhagavad Gita 18.42. Also, I gave a test recently. There were a few shlokas that I remembered. In this shloka, Lord Krishna describes the qualities of a Brahmin. These qualities include Shama, peacefulness, Damas, self-control, Tapas, austerity, Sacham, purity, Arjavam, honesty, Jnanam, knowledge, Vijnanam, wisdom, and Asatyam, religiousness. Maharaj, you have all of these qualities. I remember when I was recently dressing Srila Prabhupada and was offering the ghee lamp to the deities, and I was doing that service incorrectly, and I knew you knew that. I know that you observed my mistakes, and when I approached you that morning, you were so kind and patient and explained the proper etiquette of the offering. This quality of reading one's heart and meeting them where they're at and elevating them with your association is what I admire the most about you. I always cherish our association together from the time that you came and sanctified our home in League City to now. You've been with me at every step of my journey. You inspire me to become a better version of myself as an aspiring devotee and to make progress in my spiritual life. Thank you for your years of seva, your kind association, and your patience and tolerance of my so many mistakes in inspiring me. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, now we have Satyasara Prabhu. Satyasara Prabhu is the temple president of Iskcon Austin, so we're very fortunate to have him here today. Thank you so much. After Satyasara Prabhu, we'll have Bhakta Jose and Viji Mataji.
Hare Krishna devotees, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Gurudev. All glories to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I was not really prepared to speak. I just came here to get inspired. But it's truly an honor to be part of this glorious event of Radha Krishna Maharaj Vyasapuja. Jai Subhadra and I have been trying to attend this glorious event for the past couple of years, but something would come, some service would come, some obstacle would come, we would not be able to attend. But I think Radhanira Madhava's blessings and Maharaj's blessings, we are here today. Maharaj's glories are unlimited, so I don't know where to start, where to end. In the interest of time, I met Maharaj almost 23 years ago in the same building, upstairs, second floor. I came to Houston from Seattle to meet Jai Subhadra and her family first time for a potential marriage alliance. Jai Subhadra's family made me to meet with so many wonderful senior devotees here. I would say they interviewed me if I was a good fit to marry a devotee girl from this congregation. I met with His Grace Ramasundar Prabhu, His Grace Krishna Kripa Prabhu, Kuvera Prabhu, and Mother Guru Bhakti, Mother Guru Priya, and so on. So then I think I passed all the interviews. The final interview was Radha Krishna Maharaj. So they told me, you have to go to second floor here, and Maharaj's room is there. Then Jaiswara's mother is a very ardent devotee of Radha Krishna Maharaj. She told me, this is the important interview for you. If he says yes, we'll proceed. If not, you're going back to Seattle. So I was very stressed out. I must admit this. This was the most stressful interviews I ever attended, even my professional life. I did not face interview like this. I was so stressed out. I went to the second floor. Maharaj was sitting on his chair. I still clearly see whenever I come to Gauranga Hall, that feeling comes to me. So
Sir worked for Microsoft, and so you imagine how many interviews he had to go through.
But this was the toughest one, Maharaj. I must admit that. Then I entered his room. He was sitting on a chair and very warmly welcomed me. I was expecting something else, but I was experiencing warmth and also loving dealing. So he just welcomed me, made me sit. Very lovingly, he was inquiring about me and my sadhana, my services in Seattle Temple. So I was wondering, wow, what is this? I was expecting something else. Then he started advising me how I can improve on my sadhana, on my services. It really touched my heart because first time he's meeting me, and he was concerned about my spiritual foundation and future in Krishna consciousness. So that's the level of compassion Radha Krishna Maharaj carries. And it is very tough to see that level of compassion in devotees, at least for me. So then I came out, I passed the interview. He gave approval, so the wedding took place. We moved to Seattle. Then Maharaj started to come to Seattle regularly. Every year he'll come for a few weeks. And we asked Maharaj to be our Siksha Guru. And he lovingly accepted and started to guide us. It's a big problem, small problem, or anything between. We always approach Maharaj first. And though he's a brahmachari, but we are grasthas, but still he would give advice. Wonderful advice, very relatable, very practical. He has been guiding us since then, very selflessly, so I want to take this opportunity to Maharaj. Thank you for everything you have done for us, your guidance, your affectionate dealings, and your unfailing shelter in all circumstances. So I pray to Sri Radha Nila Madhava and all the deities of this Houston Dham to bless you with a very, very long and healthy life of service, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Satsasara Prabhu. Okay, now we have Bhakta Jose, Viji Mataji, and then after will be Srinivasacharya Prabhu. Hey. Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Tamal Krishna. All glories to my Guru, Radha Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate your Vyasapuja. I offer you my humble words. I was born in the deepest darkness of ignorance, and you are like the sun that eliminates all darkness. My life is now filled with hope. You are my boat that will help me cross the ocean of material existence. And through your mercy, one day I will reach the devotional service for that beautiful shepherd of cows, the son of Nanda and Mother Yasoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhakta Jose. Okay. Now we have Viji Mataji, then Srinivasacharya Prabhu, and then Manini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Sorry, I did not prepare anything, just my name was in there. I just want to sincerely thank you for taking your time to meet me yesterday. And I met you like 10 years back for Bhakti Shastri for a very brief time. And it took me a little bit longer to get back. And since I got back in touch with you with the email, the communications that we have been having, and the conversation we had yesterday just made my spiritual journey more steady and stronger. I want to serve you more. I want to follow more austerities. I want to learn more scriptures and progress more. Please bless me for firm faith and to continue my progress in them. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Viji Mataji. Viji Mataji was not ready, but she came and spoke from the heart. So respect. Thank you. Okay, Srinivasacharya Prabhu. Then we have Mother Manini and then Mother Radha Sneha.
Hare Krishna. So I am very, very grateful to His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. He has been extremely kind to me and my family ever since I came to Houston. I don't know how he finds, but he has all the time. Like I never felt he didn't have time. Usually I'm behind, and everybody feels the same way. So this is one thing I observed in His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj also. Particularly after he left by his body, everybody said, we don't know how he had so much time for every devotee. So I see that wonderful quality in Radha Krishna Prabhu. He is extremely compassionate, no matter who you may be. He gives a lot of time. So I was contemplating how did he become... I stay up all night. Stay up all night. So when we look at a tall building, we just see what's out there. But I'm fortunate to hear from those elder devotees who have been there with Radha Krishna Prabhu, explaining, how he grew in Krishna consciousness. So talking to him, some of the things that I realized is his foundation is extremely strong, very, very strong foundation. I was remembering one shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam where in the beginning, we all know Suta Goswami, but he was just listening to the class, sitting in there very, very attentively, Suta Goswami. And later he was speaking to thousands and thousands of people in Naimisharanya. So Shaunaka Rishi tells about Suta Goswami, Vetatvam saumya tatsarvam tatvatastad anugrahat bruyusnigdasya shishyasya guravo guhyamapyuta. And because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. So I was thinking of His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu when I read this verse recently. He served Tamal Krishna Maharaj so strongly in a very gentle and humble way. Sometimes he tells me nowadays we cannot take a simple correction, and he thinks in the olden days how he was serving Maharaj in humble settings and everything. And he was so fixed up in Krishna consciousness, you can see he's the only brahmachari in Houston for so long. And then I was thinking in the entire US, how many second generation brahmacharis are there who have come to this stage? He's the only one, initiating spiritual master. And when he was taking the vows to be a spiritual master, somebody were congratulating him. I went up to him and I said, Prabhu, this is a very big responsibility. And he said, yes, it's a very big responsibility. And I wasn't working towards this at all. So you can see in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yadricha labha santushto. A true yogi, he is absorbed in his service, and Krishna is working on how he wants to use the devotee. So Radha Krishna Prabhu, he surrendered to his spiritual master. He let his guru use him the way he wanted, and he surrendered to Krishna. And when things came up naturally, he took up to them. And within the last 2 years, you can see so many devotees are attracted to Prabhu. Because of his genuine, caring nature, he just wants to do something good for everybody. So this is yuktasya bhaktanscha niyunjatopi. He's always happy to take others in the service of Krishna. He's not envious, no matter who it is, he tries his best to help. So I am particularly really grateful for all the time that Prabhu gives me and kindly sit with me and let me argue with him. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Please continue to guide me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srinivasacharya Prabhu. Okay, we're still waiting for Mother Manini. And so we'll have Sudevi, and then Keshava Priya, and then Bhagavan Prabhu. So, yeah, we'll have Sudevi.
Hare Krishna. So I just want to give my humble obeisances. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pasaya. And okay, so I wanted to write a poem again this year, but this time it's a haiku. So for those who don't know what a haiku is, it's like a Japanese poem, and it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. So it's very simple. So, dear Radha Krishna Maharaj, this poem is for you. Guiding our way home like a lighthouse by the shore, your heart, your pure heart so bright. Quite sober and grave, with a twinkle in your eye, wisdom at its best. Caring for each soul, saying what needs to be said, it reaches our core. You are the coolest, even turning 6'7" right when it's in style. You are our shelter, and dearmost guiding master, crest jewel in our crown. Thank you so much, Maharaj. You know, for so many years we're calling you Radha Krishna Prabhu, but I don't feel that anymore. I think you're a Maharaj, Guru Maharaj. I'm just so grateful for, like Srinivas Prabhu was saying, just all the time that you give me. And I feel like even though you're definitely our guru, you also come to the level sometimes as friend and just, you know, come and we can speak to you openly. And it just means so much to me because I've always wanted to be that close with my spiritual master, which is not possible really. But Krishna fulfilled my desires by putting me in Houston, and I get to have that important relationship that guides and also inspires me to do better, to get to a higher standard. And I see that you always pay attention to me when I'm slipping, and you just tell me, no. The other day you said, you're married to your phone. And I thought, oh no, I need to do better there. And so everything you say, it just like sinks in, and it actually makes me want to do better. So many things. I remember I had a dream one time that you said, who is your spiritual master? Which you already knew who my spiritual master was. And I said, it's, you know, I told you. And you said, okay, you can be on my team too. So I remember thinking, okay, great. I feel like I got your blessings to be, your Shiksha disciple. And
But I'm very grateful for it. By your blessings and prayers, I'm still here in Christian consciousness, doing my best, but often feeling like I don't have any strength of my own without your guidance and presence in my life. My faith wavers, my focus is blurry, and my enthusiasm fluctuates as I try to live out a life devoted to Krishna. On this day to glorify you, I am reflecting on how much you make taking this life seriously and loving the serving of the Lord and his devotees is. There is no way many of us here in Houston would be as spiritually where we are if it weren't for your guidance. You spend so many hours in labor to teach, inspire, and console others to continue in Krishna consciousness to please the Lord. And I can only speak for myself, but I feel like most, if not all of us here, appreciate your dedicated service to help all of us advance and please the Lord. I am so inspired by how seriously you conduct your sadhana and how sincerely you spread the love of Krishna to others. I am inspired by the kindness you share to all, and as well as your tolerance, for I know you have to deal with many people who need your guidance and association and can be very taxing, especially me. So Guru Maharaj, I can write on and on about how glorious you are and how much you inspire me. But this year, I just want to talk about how much I appreciate your presence in my life. Even a quick darshan or listening to a class have kept me on the course of Krishna consciousness. I mentioned before I don't feel strong on my own, so I humbly cling to your lotus feet for strength, reassurance, and conviction. I am clinging to the hope of your mercy bringing me closer to love of Krishna, and I can try to do my part as sincerely and seriously as I can. Please bless me so I can be firmer in my determination, and bless me so I may please you in some way through my service to Radha Madhava, my family, my work, and in the community. I am totally dependent and insignificant as your servant, but I pray that I can do my best to glorify you and honor you through whatever I do. I pray that I can become closer to the Lord and assist you in your service to the Lord. I pray for your continued good health and longevity in Krishna consciousness, and you inspire so many devotees. I wish to remain at your lotus feet and continue to live a devotional life under your guidance to satisfy Krishna. Please give me more opportunities to serve you and help me to truly see the blissful aspect of bhakti as you do, so that I can do my best to share it with others. May Krishna blessings always be with you. Your servant, Keshava Priya Devi Dasi.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Shubhapriya. And we have Bhagavan Prabhu, Mother Niladri, and Vrindaranya.
Hare Krishna. Dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, as I have been reflecting on the impact that you have had in my life, I feel profoundly indebted to you. You have taught me so many life lessons at an early age, but one thing that sticks out to me the most is how you have taught us to properly act as a devotee of Krishna. You've shown me that to cleanse the heart internally, we must act properly externally. From the books, we may learn philosophy and instruction, but when Vaishnava etiquette is learned directly from a guru, it creates deep impressions or samskaras that remain in the heart at an early age and guide us throughout life. Through your personal example and guidance, you taught us so many practical lessons that you don't learn from a Vaishnava etiquette book. Some that come to mind are how to properly offer obeisances, how to be clean in appearance, keeping your hair short, not keeping facial hair, which clearly I have not followed. The importance of daily routine, rising early to chant the holy name, reading Krishna book every day before sleeping, and remembering to offer your obeisances immediately to your spiritual master upon waking. But it's also the small details that you've taught us, how to cut cilantro properly in the kitchen, how to cook for a high standard for Krishna, not only considering taste, but also considering the presentation. I remember you told us that don't cook two dishes that are the same color. So that will, that always stuck to me. How to apply water tilak before going to work. And even how to properly fold a dhoti when you're traveling. So in this way, you revealed that Krishna consciousness is not casual, it's thoughtful, it's intentional, and it requires for us to strive for perfection. Actually, personally, my journey to initiation of chanting 16 rounds daily was completely due to your encouragement. You asked me one day, how many rounds are you chanting? And I said, I'm chanting 8 rounds daily. And you said, well, if you can chant 8, you can chant 16. So I couldn't deny the logic. So the next day I started chanting 16, and since then onwards, I started my journey. So although I know that I'm perfectly not following a lot of these teachings, the impressions that you've given me have deeply ingrained in my heart. And because of this, I hold profound respect for these standards and sincerely aspire to live up to them in this lifetime. Srila Prabhupada said in a quote, "A Vaishnava always feels himself incapable to repay his debt to his spiritual master. Therefore, he works very hard in order to try and repay that debt. You do as I did." End quote. So on this Vyasapuja day, my simple prayer is that you bless me so that I can one day live up to these standards and make you proud one day. Also, I'm deeply grateful to the kindness and care that you've shown to my wife, Ami, and after she had moved here, and your compassion to my daughter, Manjri. Thank you for everything. Your aspiring servant, Bhagavan.
Okay, thank you, Bhagavan. And thank you to all the devotees. Actually, I know there was a lot of doubts, but actually we're quite a bit ahead of schedule. So everything is going nice. Everybody keep it under control. And it'll be nice. We don't have to use the bell. We don't have to mute anybody. This is very good. Okay, we had a little addition also. So we'll have Damodar Sharan Jr. and Arya. They're going to present some brief offerings. And then after that, we'll have Janaki Kanta Prabhu. And then we'll have Mother Niladri. Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, happy Vyasapuja. Yes, as Lansing Prabhu mentioned, it's addition. We decided last minute, Arya and I, to speak a couple words. Radha Krishna Prabhu, as my father mentioned earlier, has been Shiksha Guru for the entire family, including me. As many devotees in the room will know, recently I haven't been in Houston. I've been living in New Jersey for the last 2 years. And I have a very nice devotee community over there. And I told the devotee community after the last Sunday feast that I'm going home to Houston. And they're like, oh, what programs are going on in Houston? I went, regular Sunday feast. And Saturday we have Vyasapuja ceremony for His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu. And they're like, oh, who is that? And then I realized sometimes maybe coming from Houston, being in the community, we take it for granted how much we just refer to Radha Krishna Prabhu as an additional Siksha Guru in our lives. You know, many devotee communities don't have that great fortune to have someone so available to them, so senior, so grounded in their shastra and their practice of devotional service, available to ask questions, to get guidance. You know, and many devotee communities have a lot of senior devotees, but we're very fortunate to have Radha Krishna Prabhu. So I was explaining to that, and I realized how sometimes even I take it for granted. So thank you, Prabhu, for all the Siksha. Arya and I were just talking. Every year during Vyasapuja, we end up talking, reminiscing about the good old days. Some of the best years of our life. 6 years were the 6 years we did Bhakti Shastri with Radha Krishna Prabhu. It was a very small class, tight-knit group, and he made the content very accessible to us. It was honestly fun. Like, we looked forward to coming to Bhakti Shastri class every Sunday, and from that we learned a lot. We're going to come and ask you a little bit later to let us finish the Bhakti Shastri course, because we still have 3 exams we haven't done, and it's been like a couple of years. So Arya and I are cooking up a plan to beg you a little bit to let us take those exams. But thank you, Prabhu, for all the Shiksha and for all the continued guidance you give to everyone. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I think it's too late for you, Prabhu. I'm not sure. Okay, we'll see. Good luck. Yeah, we have Arya Prabhu, and then we'll have Niladri Mataji, and Janaki Kanta Prabhu, and then Niladri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So yeah, I think last minute myself and Damodarshan decided to speak. But first of all, very, very happy birthday to you. Happy 67th birthday. Still looking young, still looking good. Why is everyone laughing? Did I say something wrong? Yeah, everyone's laughing. Anyways, so yeah, like Damodarshan mentioned, Bhakti Shastri was a huge part of our lives. I mean, I still remember like whenever we would come to the temple. At that time, when we were kids, like we were in an early teenage. I think I was like 13, 14 when I started Bhakti Shastri. Most of us used to be a little scared of Radha Krishna Prabhu, you know, like because as a kid we thought he was strict, you know, he would make sure that we follow the rules and regulations, all that stuff. But I'd use that to play some fun games, you know, like in class I would always rage bait Prabhu. If y'all know what that means, I'd use his anger to, you know, get some fun for myself. Every question he would ask, I would give answers that would not be correct on purpose, you know. So eventually I think Prabhu stopped, you know, whenever he'd ask questions, I'd raise my hand. Yes, Prabhu, I have an answer. He'd be like, no, not you, everyone else. So he stopped even taking my answers eventually. So just like that, I think Prabhu, like, he knew when to who to show certain you know love, and I guess what type of love to show. For me it was, you know, initially listening to me, and when he heard that I was rebellious and that type of thing, he stopped. And then as soon as I grew up, he started being more, you know, understanding, you know, like as soon as I went to college and now I'm working, his advice started being more geared and to that phase of my life. And all of us youth, I mean, I would also notice he would give different advice to different people. So his advice would be personalized to everyone, which is a very, you know, very impactful thing. Like he wouldn't give the same advice. Like Bhagavan was just saying, he encouraged Bhagavan to chant 16 rounds, but I also noticed he would give certain youth advice that, okay, yeah, you have difficult life, at least chant one round, you know, that type of thing. So that's a great quality. That's a quality of a great teacher and a great mentor, and that's something I noticed in Radha Krishna Prabhu. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for all the chastisement and, you know, everything that you've done for me as a Shiksha Guru, as a mentor, as a Guru, and I urge you to continue doing the same. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have Janaki Kanta Prabhu, then we'll have Mother Niladri, and then Mother Vrindaranya.
I'm a bit nervous. I'm speaking first time in this temple, and please excuse me if I've done any mistakes. Yeah. Namamo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radha Krishna Swaminiti Namine. All glories to Guru, my Guru Maharaj, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. I'm so fortunate to have the association of you. Maharaj, you are an erudite scholar. I'm so fascinated by your classes, and any class of you attract and get into the deeply and deeply immersed into the subject. When you end the class, I feel all the time that if the class continues for some more time, and whenever I see Maharaj, my determination for Krishna consciousness increases. Whenever I had some problems and my chanting does not go well, I approach you, Maharaj, and you gave me suggestions, and this worked very well. Thank you very much, Maharaj. You are my go-to for everything. We see Maharaj always chanting and guiding the devotees and preaching, and is deeply immersed in spreading Srila Prabhupada's mission, always taking forward the mission of his Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. My wife says Maharaj is like Vidura, always providing the great sessions to many devotees. I'm grateful to you, Lord Nilamada and Radharani, for giving me the association of Maharaj and all the devotees. Looking forward to have the more and more association of the opportunity to serve the Lordship and Radha Krishna Swami Maharaj. My sincere gratitude to you, Maharaj, for being my go-to for everything. And
but don't give me the title Swami. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. It's a great joy to be here today to celebrate Radha Krishna Maharaj's Vyasapuja. My heart is filled with emotion and remembrances from the time I met him when he was young. It was a time when Srila Gurudev trained Radha Krishna, molding and shaping his life to transform him into the great Vaishnava he is today. It was Radha Krishna's love for his guru, hard work and determination in serving Srila Gurudev that granted him the mercy to be able to walk strong on the path of devotional service. It's been a life of sacrifice, tenacity, learning, cooking, teaching, worshiping deities, preaching, and many other services, turning him into the graceful, polished, refined devotee we all know. He is completely surrendered soul, and with surrender, all good qualities automatically developed. Today, Radha Krishna Maharaj seems somewhat circumspect, and sometimes I feel reluctant to approach him because it's hard to see the mood of a pure devotee. I am not sure if it is the right time. Then I think, of course, he's circumspect. Krishna consciousness is very, very serious business, and Radha Krishna is not wasting 1 minute of his precious time in trivial situations. Radha Krishna is always engaged in devotional service, always teaching us with example and not only with words. Completely surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna and Srila Gurudev. But when he sits at the Vyasasan, there's no more circumspection. When he speaks Krishna Katha, he's totally transformed. And we can taste the fountain of nectar of his speech, because in that moment he becomes as sweet as honey. He is full of knowledge, confident, and his movements slow. His eyes shine. He smiles softly, but his words are strong and eloquent. I believe that's the meaning of Sat Chitananda. I am very grateful for Radha Krishna Maharaj, his presence, his association, and his teachings. I take shelter of his lotus feet, and I pray that by his association I stop being a fool and become a good devotee. All my respect, my admiration, and my affection to Radha Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hey, that was powerful. I appreciate it. That's very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we have Mother Vrindaranya, Ravi Lochan, and then we have Bhakta Lance.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna Maharaj. I am nobody great nor qualified, but Krishna is so merciful and kind that he has allowed me to stand in front of you to share my admiration and appreciation for you. I tried practicing free versing in the mirror, what I could say, but I couldn't contain myself from crying, so I decided to write my feelings down. I often find myself having to hold back tears in your classes as your words carry so much power and conviction. Your presence is purifying and your beauty is undeniable. The fact that you exist is a sure indication that this is truly a golden age. You are not separate from God. You represent Him and embody Him like no other. The joy you exude when you speak about chanting is truly aspirational, a symbol of hope that there is a chance for someone like me. You always stand out in the crowd, and you are the most important part of me being here in Houston. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to have access and connection to you. It is such an honor to know you, learn from you, and love you. Prabhupada and the devotees in Brooklyn brought me to Krishna, and you continue to light my way. This world has nothing to offer, but you bring so much knowledge, protection, and peace that I pray that wherever the Lord may decide to use you in His service, I am also so fortunate to be there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And devotees are getting fired up. They're very inspired. We're getting some more additions. So we have a last minute. Mother Shakti Mata will come. Then we have Ravi Lochan Prabhu, and then Bhakta Lance, myself.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and Radha Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, please forgive me if I say anything incorrect. This is my first time offering glorification. I sincerely beg your mercy. On this auspicious occasion of your Krishna conscious birthday, I offer my humble prayers and heartfelt gratitude at your lotus feet. Thank you for being my Krishna consciousness mentor. I'm extremely grateful that you're guiding us with so much care and affection. I truly feel blessed and happy to be taking Bhakti Shastri under your shelter. I humbly request you to please forgive my shortcomings. I sincerely pray for your blessing that I may learn to follow your instruction with sincerity and determination. Your loving and caring nature has always inspired me. Your classes and words have deeply touched my heart. I still remember when I was new and you spoke about the importance of Kartik month. Since then, every year I try to follow sincerely. I try to sincerely follow Kartik month by finishing my rounds early in the morning without fail and trying to strengthen my sadhana throughout the month. Directly or indirectly, you have inspired me so much in my bhakti. Maharaj, you have always encouraged me to do service. I strongly feel that this is Krishna's mercy coming through you, helping me to stay on the path of devotional service. I'm truly grateful that you are my Shiksha Guru. Please bless me that I may progress in bhakti under your guidance, chastisement, and instruction. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, thank you. Now we have Ravi Lochan Prabhu, then myself, and then Mother Vrindavan.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधा कृष्णदास प्रभु इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and to you. Guru Maharaj, when people ask me what it feels like after getting initiation, how did I feel? This example comes to my mind. You know, in India, they have, when you're young, the kids, they're driving bike and then sometimes they catch on to a moving car and they're moving at a pace of the car. So being in your association felt like that. You know, I mean, I'm always in such awe that, you know, I get to have your association. By holding on to you, I get pulled along, and I can see that things that I've never noticed before, and to experience Krishna consciousness in a way that I could have never reached by myself. Things that are actually important for spiritual life becomes visible only because I am connected with you and moving at your pace. In the early days after my initiation, Guru Maharaj, I was burning with enthusiasm. I looked around at all the wonderful devotees we have in our community, and then I was like, I want to be like them. Now that I was a spiritual master, surely I can make rapid advancement, and become a great devotee. I was ready for it. But then you taught me that something changed, that changed everything. It took time for me to see, and it reminded me of the movie The Karate Kid, where the young student comes eager to learn the spectacular martial art moves, and he's all ready to learn those moves, and then instead the teacher puts him to work to do mundane tasks like painting fences, waxing the cars, wax on, wax off. So day after day, the same repetitive chores keep coming to so the student grows frustrated, wondering where the real training will begin. And then comes the moment of realization. Those simple repetitive motions were the training all along. They were building muscle memory, discipline, the foundation for everything that could follow. So Guru Maharaj, you showed me the same truth. Every small service, every humble task, every simple act of devotion, all of it is training our mind to remember Krishna, training my consciousness to see his hand in everything. There is no shortcut, no secret technique that bypasses this patience and steady practice. The secret move wasn't dramatic at all. I mean, it isn't yet. It's simply remembering Krishna in everything we do, whether grand or humble. You showed that is advancement, that is the path. You taught me crucial lessons about following Guru's instruction. You once chastised, when your Guru tells you to do something, you should do it immediately, not at my own convenience. So I learned this the hard way, and you asked me to do a little thing, and then I was late. The delay taught me that hesitation and procrastination are just mind creating obstacles. When the spiritual master gives an instruction, it is for our benefit, and the delay only allows our conditioning to interfere. I was watching one of Prabhupada's memories from one of his disciples, and then I think so it was Mother Jadurani, and she was also recounting the same when Prabhupada had asked her to do something in a certain way, and then she did it a little differently, and Prabhupada also told her that you should follow the Guru's instruction, not what pleases you. So the chastisement also comes through the parampara in the same way. You've also corrected my understanding of what service actually means. I used to bring a lot of fruits for Maharaj, thinking I was doing wonderful service, but then he corrected me that he's left with so many fruits all the time. So he taught me that service isn't about what I think is good or what makes me feel good, and that I am doing something nice, but real service means asking what the person actually needs, what actually pleases them. It's not about my convenience or ideas, it's about their pleasure. Now I understand that the mood of service should never be to please ourselves or serve our own convenience, but to genuinely serve the pleasure of the person we are trying to serve. Guru Maharaj, you have taught me Vaishnava etiquette, not just through your lectures, but through your personal example. You have instilled in me the importance of gratitude, to acknowledge the service and kindness of others, to insist that people address me by my spiritual name, Ravi Lochana, teaching me to honor my initiated name and the commitment it represents. You taught me that small things matter. Like I think someone was saying, I also got the same instruction to shave every day, those kind of small things. These small daily disciplines aren't just external rule, they help us keep in mode of goodness, maintaining the consciousness needed for devotional service. You constantly remind me, always think about how we can serve the devotees, help the devotees, so that Krishna will be pleased. This isn't just theory, it's how you live. I've watched you serve devotees tirelessly, and it's shown me that pleasing Krishna means pleasing his devotees. With the same care, we would serve him directly. What strikes me most is how you exemplify being a genuine well-wisher. Your care and concern for my Krishna consciousness isn't superficial. You follow up, you remember details, you respond to messages, even when you're busy. This attentiveness shows me what it actually means to care about someone's spiritual life. You've taught me to be observant, to pay attention to what's actually needed in each situation, to notice details that matter. Your teachings, you're teaching me a lot. I do little service on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for Maharaj, and I can see the attention you pay at every detail when dressing the deities, every fold, every ornament, because we are serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have also taught me not to be just ritualistic, and once I was in the Pujari room, and then every time I see him, I pay obeisances, and he was carrying a tray. So you mentioned that you should first off, if your spiritual master is carrying something heavy, should you first offer obeisances or should you help him? The answer is clear: help him first and then offer obeisances. So real respect is shown through thoughtful, practical care, not mechanical ritual. Guru Maharaj, you never let me forget the foundation of the chanting is the foundation of everything. You constantly remind me everything else is meaningless if you don't chant properly. Chanting is the dharma. You have stressed the importance of Mangala Arati, teaching me that attending Mangala Arati can bring even greater advancement than chanting by itself. This opened my eyes to how crucial it is to start each day with association of devotees in the sacred atmosphere of the temple. You've trained me to hear attentively. When you give me instructions, you make sure I've heard correctly, but you won't repeat the instructions again. This forces me to pay attention the first time. Over time, this discipline has significantly improved my hearing and attentiveness. These corrections remind me that quality matters more than quantity, that being fully present matters more than just mechanically completing rounds. One of the most valuable lessons you've taught me is to think independently and use my intelligence. You don't want me to be dependent on others for every small decision. You have encouraged me to apply Krishna conscious principles and use the intelligence Krishna has given me to navigate situation. This builds spiritual strength and maturity rather than just being dependent on someone all the time. Dear Guru Maharaj, I am deeply grateful for your guidance, your blessings, your patience, and the opportunity to render some small service at your lotus feet. Though I am fallen, inattentive, and slow to learn, you continue to shower your mercy upon me. I pray to our deities for your good health and well-being. Please continue to guide me, correct me, and engage me in your service. May I become more attentive, more sincere, more observant, and more dedicated to serving Srila Prabhupada's mission under your shelter. Your aspiring servant, Ravi Lochan Das.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so I will go next. We have Mother Vrindavan, and then Raghunathan and Padmini. I offer a group offering. Okay. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Sorry that was so embarrassing in the beginning. I was going to speak something from the heart, but then I got a little scared, so I'm going to read. Okay. Yeah. I surrender my life to you. I can't offer you anything of value whatsoever. Actually, you don't need me. So unfortunately, all I can offer you is things that you don't need. But I need you, and I need to serve you. And you're free to handle me and instruct me however you like. But I'm always your loyal servant, and you're always my worshipful master. Yeah, your preaching is so powerful and completely faithful to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, you're a perfectly qualified spiritual master because you are a perfectly accomplished disciple. You've heard perfectly from our glorious parampara, and you have served perfectly. Your instruction never deviates 1 inch from Srila Prabhupada. And because of your fidelity to your spiritual master and Prabhupada, you are the worshipable representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are a great inspiration to others. I've met many new devotees and senior devotees who seek shelter and guidance at your lotus feet, and you gracefully shelter them. Your time is precious. Your tolerance is immeasurable. It's because you are a Vaishnava. You relieve all of my doubts, and you have realized the Shastra, and you very kindly share your realizations with me out of your incredible mercy. I have no qualification to attain the mercy of Gaura Nitai, because actually I have no love for them, or sincerity, or devotion to offer them. I'm fully and perfectly disqualified. But your mercy is greater than my disqualification, and therefore I'm fully dependent on your mercy. Yeah, I was gonna write a lot of other maybe cliche and corny things, but ultimately what I want to say is I have full faith in you, and thank you so much for accepting me, and I'm always 100% loyal to you no matter what. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Okay, we got more fired up devotees jumping in the mix. Okay, so we'll have Mother Vrindavan, then we'll have Ananteshwar Prabhu, and then Raghunathan and Mother Padmini.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Happy Vyasapuja. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your selfless service. All glories to Srila Gurudev. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. On this special day, I want to express I am very grateful and thankful to you for your wonderful association, blessings, and prayers. I am so happy to be back in this dham to serve Shri Radha Nilamadava here after 19 years. Though I was serving Shri Radha Nilamadava in Seattle, I was missing the deities here. And I remember the first time we met in Seattle, you asked me, so how you like it here, living in Seattle? I told you, it does not feel like home. And I was really missing. You tried to comfort me by saying, the deities have the same name. When you are singing, you are glorifying them. Your home is next to the temple, walking distance. The address is 1420 and Houston is 1320, but still it does not help me. Then you said, I understand. I myself like it in Houston. Though I travel around, don't worry, I will pray for you. Here I am with my family due to your mercy. I'm so happy Srila Gurudev know you very well and understand your spiritual strength during the time you were serving as his secretary, so he could get you prepared to face hardships and become a leader and spiritual master as today, and help all the disciples and aspiring disciples with challenges such as myself. With the blessings of Shri Radha Nilamadava, we also have deity service on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Oftentimes on Wednesday, I have a chance to dress Nitai Chaitanya Chandra in the evening outfit, so I could see your detailed service in morning dressing. I wish one day If the Lord desires, I will be able to learn from you how to dress so nicely for Krishna's pleasure. I would like to close by saying, may Shri Shri Radha Nilamadhava continue to bless you with good health and long life to help many more conditioned souls to learn this process and become Krishna conscious. Please bless us all, your humble servant, Vrindavan Devi Dasi and family.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. We have Ananteshwar Prabhu, Ranganathan, and Mother Padmini, and then Mother Tamal Priya.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Wish you a very happy Vyasapuja. So, when I come to Houston, I saw many beautiful devotees. All of them were grahasthas, most of them were grahasthas, but I was missing a saffron color. And one day during the Sunday feast, when I came, I was walking and I saw you walking to the path coming from your quarters to the temple. And just seeing you reminded me a scene which I had seen long back. I was driving through a orchid of flowers. The entire field was with white flowers, right? Very effulgent and white flowers. And in midst of that, there wasn't saffron or the orange colored flowers were there. And it took all the attraction. And that's what, when I saw you, I said, oh, this looks same as that. Because coming from a temple in Pune, which always surrounded the brahmacharis, eating with them, being with them, practically sleeping along with their side. So it was this one thing I was always missing. But after seeing you, I felt so naturally got attracted towards you. And I don't know how that attraction grew deeper, even though I never had a direct siksha from you. But I always admire your lectures and the way you speak. And one aspect is that the aspect of being heavy as a guru and no compromise on the shastras. And I really thank you for that. I have a small expert from Prabhupada's lecture, which I would like to read. So Prabhupada says, therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Guru Krishna Kripa Paya Bhakti Lata Bij. You can enter in the devotional service by double mercy. One mercy is Krishna, another mercy is the spiritual master. Therefore, here it is said that the same thing. One cannot dedicate his life to Krishna unless and until he has gotten the mercy of a spiritual master. This is the way you cannot get directly. That's not possible. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur said, and in many of his songs, Chadiya Vaishnava Seya, Nistarya Pache Kebe. Without serving Vaishnava, who has got liberation? Nobody has. Then further he continues, Tandera Charana Sai Bhakta Samnevas, Janama Janama Hori, Ye Abilas. Narottam Thakur says, I have to serve the Gurus, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and the life in the association of devotees. Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas. Narottam Das Thakur said, Janame Janame Mori Yei Abilas. Our ambition should be how to serve Krishna through disciplic succession, Guru, and live in the association of devotees. This is the process. So when we are opening so many centers all around the world, this is the policy that people may take chance of associating with devotees and the chance of serving the Vaishnava. Then it would be successful. Therefore, he said it. Bhakti Yoga means not only dedicating life to Krishna, but also to serve the Vaishnava, Tat Purusha. Tat Purusha means to serve the person who has dedicated his life to Krishna. Two things, dedication to Krishna and dedication to the devotee of Krishna. So in this way,
we advance, then it's very easy to become free from the material contamination. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.16. It's great, it's in general process, but it's very, very difficult, especially in the age. So if we simply take the course, then dedicate life to Krishna and dedicate life to the Vaishnava, then the life would be successful. And from bottom of my heart, I really thank you very much, and I pray that please bless me that I'll be able to serve you with whatever limited capacity I have, and please guide me time to time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anteshwar Prabhu. So we have Ranganathan Prabhu in Padmini, Mataji. Then we'll have Tamar Priya. And then we'll have Braj Vallabha Prabhu. He's sneaking over there. Okay. Also, thank you everybody for being enthusiastic to come and submit offerings. And some of you didn't plan to speak, but you're coming out to offer last minute. We are trying to keep on time, so we can't guarantee that you can that we can make another edition. But if you'd like to request, you may. But we'll try to keep it short with what we have now. So, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Happy Vyasapuja. Happy Vyasapuja, Prabhuji. Please accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Even though I was born in a Vaishnava family with strong roots in Vrindavan, I was only a casual person. As they call Rino, I was a Vino, Vaishnava in name only. I always thought, Krishna, you are there happily in Vaikunta, let me be here enjoying materialistic life, enjoyments and sufferings. But due to devotee association and Krishna's own plan, it so happened that in 2019, it was announced in the 7 o'clock announcement in Sunday feast that there will be a Bhagavad Gita class. I thought, okay, we will learn Bhagavad Gita. It will be 1 or 2 years. I convinced Prabhu also to join. Fast forward here, 6.5 years, we are about to finish. We just not learned Bhagavad Gita, but Vaishnava etiquette, Isopanishad, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, and so on. And Prabhuji has shaped like the potter who shapes the pot. Like everything has changed in our lives. Krishna is the center of our lives. There is harmony in our lives. And he has chastised us as needed. And also, whenever I deviate, go off track, he would say, do you want me to call Radha Krishna Prabhu? So we are trying to become good Vaishnavas. Thank you, Prabhu, for everything, what you do, and continues to inspire us.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, as he said, not she also threatening me like that. So thanks for correcting not only our question to answer papers, correcting us conduct wise. Correcting my paper is not easy. My handwriting I cannot even read myself. And when I passed my CA first attempt, my boss said they passed you because they don't want to see your handwriting again. That's why they picked you pass. So my handwriting was like that. Not only correcting us conductly, the Govardhan Puja was happening, so much rush, and Mahaprasad was distributed, but main Prasad was up to the temple. So I said, you stand in the line, I'll go and get Mahaprasad. I went, lot of slippers everywhere. I thought, let me leave it for second only. I'm going to get Mahaprasad, going back to stand line. 99 times I won't put the slipper on the down. On that day I was putting, who is behind me? Maharaj. I said, Krishna will send the correct person to correct you. Hare Krishna. So, as our Madhurakavi Alvar is the disciple of Nammalvar. He is also told Alvar. He only wrote about Nammalvar. In one pasaram, he says, Payanannagilum, Pangallaragilum, Sailnannaga Tirthi Panigolvan. Meaning, even I am useless person, painan nagilum, pangalla ragilum. Pang means you don't know how to do service or how to even behave. Painan nagilum, pangalla ragilum, sayal nannaga tirthi panikolvan. He will correct and take your service. So when I got that verse, she got the one line. I said, hey, the full verse I will tell. So that's what. Hare Krishna Prabhu correcting us, and we always wish with our Andal's verse. We will pray to Krishna. ஓங்கி உலகளந்த உத்தமன் பேர்பாடி நாங்கள் நம் பாவைக்கு சாத்தி நீராடினால் தீங்கின்றி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் மாறி பெய்து ஓங்கு பெருஞ்சன்னல் ஊடு கழுடுகள
பூங்குவளை போதில் பொறிவண்டு கண்படுப்ப தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த முலை பற்றி வாங்க குடம் நிறைக்கும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்து.
This is saying to Thiruvikrama, praying to Andal, praying to Thiruvikrama, let bless with Ningada Selvam. Ningada Selvam, never diminishing Selvam. Anything else will diminish. Ningada Selvam means spiritual service to Krishna.
Please continue to inspire us and guide us in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you. So now we have Tamar Priya, Braj Vallabha Prabhu, and then Bhakti Laura.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, happy Vyasapuja.
Hare Krishna, Mother Tama Priya.
I've had the fortune of knowing you basically since I was born, and you've been my parents' friend and fellow devotee for more than 30 years probably. I've found that I can be very comfortable with you and telling you basically anything, and I find that I don't have that same relationship with other sannyasis or initiating gurus where I can just have a normal conversation yeah, like now. And you've treated me you've helped raise me basically in teaching me everything about Krishna consciousness, and I'm very grateful that I'm taking your Bhakti Sastri class now, even though I may not be that great of a student. And even though many people think that you're very strict and are very Krishna conscious, you also have a fun side to you. For example, you tend to stay up to date with very modern Gen Z things that no one would expect. An example of this could be from many years ago, where when I was just a few years old, you gifted my mom, who gave to me these CDs to these Studio Ghibli movies, which are these Japanese animated cartoon movies that have been very famous. And because of that, I find that at the time I may not have understood the movies, but I like to revisit them. And I find that those movies have made me fall in love with one of my favorite hobbies, drawing and art. And I find that since I like drawing and art so much, I try to use that in service to Krishna now. So I'm very grateful for your association over my whole life, and I assure you that the temple is also very grateful for your association, and we're very fortunate to have you living here in Houston and being such a great devotee. So thank you, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Mother Tamar Priya.
We have the biggest guy in Houston temple.
Yes. Hey, you can run, but you can't hide, Braj Vallabha Prabhu. Okay, we have Braj Vallabha, then we have Bhakti and Laura, and then we have Bhakti Jax. I just want to say we're coming to a crunch for time. So everybody try to strictly keep it 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Just skip to the good part, make it heartfelt, and get in and out of there. Okay.
So based on that announcement, I'll be speaking for 3 hours. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. My gosh. First thing I wanted to say, Radha Krishna Prabhu, is what nice well-wishers and disciples you have, because all of this is absolutely beautiful. And thank you to those devotees. I'm a little unconventional and I don't write things down, so I'll speak from the heart. Radha Krishna Prabhu, or as I affectionately refer to him as RKP. I guess I don't have time to say Radha Krishna Prabhu, I don't know. I learn a lot, like many other devotees who have stood up here today and have said things like, I learned by watching you. Radha Krishna Prabhu has tried to teach me one lesson over multiple years, and he's still working on me. First time I met Radha Krishna Prabhu 2 years ago, we were coming out of the temple, and I just put my shoes on and I went to leave. And he looked at me and he's like, hey, Prabhu, you see that over there? I'm like, yeah, he's pointing to the sink. And he goes, you know what that's for? I'm like, something from India? I don't know. And he goes, no, it's to keep your hands clean, Prabhu. And then he looks at me like he does, because Radha Krishna Prabhu is very subtle. He moves very subtly. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll wash my hands. So, of course, I didn't learn the lesson. And a month or two ago, we're walking somewhere by his front door, and I said, could you hold my bead bag? I have to tie my shoe. And I went to grab the bead bag. He goes, hey, there's a water spigot right there. And then he does this again. And I just laughed because I remembered what I just shared, and I said, one day, Prabhu, if you can make me a Brahmana, you're going back to Godhead, because... But I really want to say that I appreciate so much how you interact with me, Radha Krishna Prabhu, because everybody's saying it in their own way, but I can hear things from you that I can't hear from other people because of the way you say it, or when you explain things to me about maybe something I need to change, or have you ever considered this? It's done in such a logical way that I can't possibly refute or argue anything you're saying, because I can't go against logic. And it really helps me. It really speaks to me. And you do have a pretty hilarious sense of humor. So when people say, oh, Radha Krishna Prabhu is strict, I guess, but I find the things you say, even because you're the well-wisher, but you just say it straight. And you'll say something and I'll be like, that's hilarious. And then he's saying the truth, but he's just saying in such a way that there's no filter, and you just have to accept it because you care. Because we know you care, we can hear those things. And I greatly appreciate that so much. And I just want to say one thing. The tolerance you're having today, you're such a humble devotee, taking all these praises. I know it's not your nature, but I was just sitting here thinking as everybody was talking about Radha Krishna Prabhu, if there are Radha Krishna Prabhus in Goloka Vrindavan, then let's get out of here and let's go all right now. Thank you very much for your friendship. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Braj Vallabha. We have Bhakti and Laura, Bhakti Jax, and Gopi Priya.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It's been about 7 years since I first was introduced to Krishna consciousness. Since then, I've read many of Srila Prabhupada's books, and I have gained so much knowledge. And though I had an intense desire for a deeper understanding, things weren't fully connecting. Then, a couple of months ago, you gave a class at Bhakti Urban Farm. And it was a wonderful class as always, and it left me yearning for more knowledge from you. Something inside me just understood that I needed to listen to you. Thankfully, I fully surrendered to that feeling. I can be a little on the stubborn side sometimes, but that became an immediate understanding within me that I didn't question. Looking back now at the timing of it all, I know that it was Krishna's mercy. I have since listened to countless hours of your classes online, and the transformation that I have experienced within myself and in my interactions with the world around me has been so profound. You share your knowledge in a way that is so straightforward and easy to digest. And the more that I've listened to you, the more I have become able to apply not just the wisdom and insight that you give, but also the wisdom that I've read in Prabhupada's text. And that feeling of disconnection that I had quickly fell away. Though I've had very little personal association with you, the mark that you have left on me is something that has profoundly shaped my spiritual path in ways that my words cannot adequately describe. It is only by the timing and the mercy of the Lord that I find myself here. He has worked so beautifully through you in my life, and I am so very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Mother Laura is super fired up. Okay. We got Bhakti Jax, and then we have Gopi Priya, and then Mother Sundari Radhika.
All right. Okay. So please accept my humble obeisances. I have like a metaphorical story I wrote. Thank you. About my relationship with Radha Krishna. It's slightly related. Okay. So the world is an ocean, this body a borrowed boat, the Vedas being the map, the devotees being the helpful breeze that guides the way, and the spiritual master is the skilled guide of the sea that knows the hidden currents and how to get out of them. I was drifting, sails tangled with wanting, chasing winds that promised joy, and only led me back to stronger tides. Tired, I surrendered to the pool, calling it freedom. Across the choppy waves, a saffron boat sailing smooth and calm. "Where are you going?" he asked. "Wherever the sea decides, and certainly not to shore. The waves are too strong, I've surrendered to their will." He gently reminded me, "We are not meant for this water. Home is on the far shore, where Krishna waits. The currents that have been pulling you are called Maya. Chant and rise. The tides are strong, but when you chant, you are stronger, and the helpful breeze will lead you back home." I doubted, I drifted, until a storm overturned my faith and my boat alike. Gasping for air, I called the name, and the name kept me afloat. Since then I chant, and I rise from the currents. The breeze gently guides me in the right direction. The storms and currents still show up, but now I use the map, the breeze, and the torch of knowledge given to me by the guide of the seas to get out of them and head home. On the horizon, the saffron sail fades into the distance, yet the wind and tides remain. But I sail on, using the wisdom passed to me as my guiding light.
Dr. Jackson, I know you was a poet. That's nice. That's sweet. A very thoughtful offering. Okay, we have Gopi Priya, Mother Sundari Radhika, and then Mother Pada Doli.
Hare Krishna. Vanshakapatrbhascha kripasindhubevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Dear Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you on the auspicious occasion of your Vyasapuja. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to speak today. There is so much to be said about your wonderful qualities, but I will try to share just a few reflections within the given time. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, Lord Chaitanya says, quote, "The root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotees. Even when one's dormant love for Krishna awakens, association with devotees is still most essential, end quote. I feel very fortunate to have your association over the past several years, Prabhu, especially as one of your Bhakti Shastri students, which has been very special and meaningful. Thank you for being one of my spiritual teachers. Your perfect example of unflinching service to Guru and Krishna is always inspiring to me. Over the years, through your expertise in Shastra and in faithfully repeating Srila Prabhupada's instructions, you have taught us many valuable lessons. But in the forefront for me remains your emphasis on the reminder to always remember Krishna and never forget him. Learning under your guidance has been greatly instrumental in my spiritual life. I appreciate how thoughtfully and consistently you check in on my well-being. At the same time, you always provide encouragement and practical guidance, inspiring us to serve wholeheartedly and to live authentically. Your genuine care about each person and their journey in Krishna consciousness is a reflection of your compassionate and merciful nature, one of several ways in which you exemplify what it truly means to be a devotee. Thank you, Prabhu, for everything that you do each day. Your blessings and mercy have played an important role in any progress that I've been able to make in my life. I pray that by your blessings, I can become a better servant of Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. I also pray that we can celebrate many more Vyasapujas with you and continue to receive your precious guidance and association. Your servant, Gopi Priya Devadasi.
Okay, thank you, Gopi Priya. We have Mother Sundari Radhika, followed by Mother Padaduli. Okay, Mother Padaduli, and then Mother Manini.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, happy Vyasapuja. On this occasion, I would like to express my gratitude for your continued support, guidance, and instructions. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for being the spiritual foundation of this amazing Iskcon of Houston. You are that invisible thread which keeps everything and everyone together. It's conspicuous when you are absent for 4 months. You are the Sanatan Goswami of this temple. Dhira dhira jana priyo priyakarao nirmatsarao pujitao. Dear to both the gentle and the ruffians, doing good to all and non-envious. When someone takes shelter of you, you take responsibility of their well-being. You inquire if you don't see them. You think of what a good next step for their advancement would be. You watch for their safety and protection. You extend yourself to do this to hundreds of devotees of Nilamadavadam. You get nothing for doing all this materially, but you do it out of well-wishing mentality. There is no greater fortune than having such a well-wisher in my life. Thank you for keeping me in your list of recipients of care. The material world is a place of turbulence, with waves of manipulation, exploitation, cheating, disease, unreasonable expectations, envy, and so on. It's very hard to keep up with being virtuous while dealing with so many of the vices of this age. But you kindly are available to answer any practical question I may have on how to deal with each situation without losing virtue and devotion. You are expert at looking at how material modes are playing and what one should do to avoid being bound. Also, how to use each situation to cultivate the qualities required for our own spiritual advancement and for material detachment. You teach how to care for oneself and at the same time exercise compassion. You teach us how to invest our emotions in the deities rather than people. You teach us how to become happy on festivals, and the list goes on. I just wanted to conclude by saying I deeply appreciate your presence here at Iskcon of Houston. I hope we continue to get your guidance and shelter even as your disciples increase. Also, I hope to please you with my service in the coming year and years after. Your servant, Sundari Radhika Devidasi.
Okay. Okay, so we had one addition. So we'll have Sarvabhauma Prabhu, then we'll have Mother Padaduli, and then Mother Manini.
I just want to say a few things. When Radha Krishna and Rasi Kendras and his family, they very close to Srila Tamal Krishna Maharaj in Dallas, and by them coming to Houston, it's been very much a blessing to have influence of Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And I was seeing Radha Krishna Prabhu washing his clothes yesterday, and I said, "You're still washing your own clothes?" He said, "Yes, I don't want to be a big shot or something like that." So he's very humble, and he's like, they say salt makes the meal better, but you don't notice it. But now everyone's noticing his wonderful qualities. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sarvabhauma Prabhu. Okay, we have Mother Padaduli, and then Mother Manini, and then we have Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Vancha kalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. As many of you know from Houston that Radha Krishna Prabhu from Singapore, so I'm from Singapore. Even though I was from Singapore, I never met Radha Krishna Prabhu in Singapore. Maybe it was Krishna's arrangement. The first time I met Radha Krishna Prabhu was in Vrindavan, 92. And the most striking resemble about him is usually brahmacharis, they are so afraid to see Matajis. They will try to avoid and like they are threatened by Matajis. And Radha Krishna Prabhu was serving Srila Gurudev. He was Gurudev's personal servant. And he was the first brahmachari. He was so compassionate. He never felt threatened by us. He was very compassionate. And he looked at us not in this body. He saw us as a spirit soul and how he can engage us in Guru and Krishna's service. So I'm eternally grateful for you for that. And then next time when we met was in Dallas, Gurudev service. Gurudev somehow they made me a cook when I didn't know how to cook anything. I was not a cook at all. And many times Radha Krishna Prabhu will rescue me. He was amazing cook. Gurudev said he's like a Bengali mother. Whenever he cook, especially when Gurudev came out of hospital, the first meal, many devotees tried to cook and give him, but Gurudev couldn't digest. And then Radha Krishna Prabhu said, Gurudev, you need to eat kanji. Kanji is like a porridge, rice porridge, and with lemon pickle. And Gurudev, Radha Krishna Prabhu Maharaj cooked for Gurudev, and Gurudev was eating that like a nectar, he said. And Gurudev got well. After that, Gurudev got well, and he was able to eat regular prasadam. So because of his sincere devotion and dedication, many, in fact, weeks sometime, he will not sleep, Gurudev. He will not even eat when he's serving Gurudev, because when Gurudev is taking prasadam, Gurudev will give him service to do. And after Gurudev took prasadam, he will leave. And so Radha Krishna Prabhu have to go with Gurudev, and there's no prasadam for him. He have to skip his meal. And another amazing thing, we have seen so many brahmacharis serve Srila Gurudev. The only one I think lasted is Radha Krishna Prabhu. He's the one, I think, the most he got the sauce and the physical beating too. But he lasted for many, still, because of that, we are so fortunate to have him here. And I always see he imbibed that quality of Srila Gurudev to give sauce. But that sauce is for our own good purpose. And whenever he chastises someone, it's only that moment. He don't keep that in his heart. He just wants us to go back to Godhead, and he don't want us to suffer. So he does. That's the reason he corrects us and teaches us. Maybe it comes in a strong way, but because it's of his compassion toward the fallen conditioned soul. And we are so grateful that you are here, and I'm so grateful that I got your association for many years, serving Srila Gurudev together and guiding our children, our next generation. I pray that our next generation will imbibe and learn from Radha Krishna Prabhu the qualities and how we should serve Guru and Krishna. Going back to Godhead is not cheap. Just like we want our children to become nicely educated in many fields, doctors, engineers, in whatever field, and because we want them to be happy materially. Likewise, so as a parents, if we can take shelter of Radha Krishna Prabhu and take his guidance to guide our children for their spiritual benefit, for their future spiritual advancement, so that they can take the path of going back to Godhead and serve Srila Prabhupada and please the Guru Parampara. So thank you, Radha Krishna Prabhu, for being there for our children and for all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother Padaduli. You have some of the best stories of Srila Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So thank you so much. Okay. So we have Mother Manini next, then Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, and then Mother Shobha Kishori.
नमः ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज इति नामिने नमः ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. I wish to express my heartiest congratulations on your second auspicious Vyasapuja celebration. You really deserve it. You have worked very hard with our Houston Iskcon community to bring them to this spiritual realization. So first of all, I would like to I want to express my gratitude to you for guiding us and advising us as a family in both material situations and also on our spiritual journey of Krishna consciousness. I still remember from my early days of Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious journey, when I told you that I have difficulty in chanting 16 rounds every day. And your response was very casual. You said, no problem. You will keep coming back to this material world repeatedly until you master to chant 16 rounds attentively. So your reply was very alarming for me, as I do not want to come back to this material world again. I had enough this time. I do not, okay. Your response, okay. Okay. Your response awakened my consciousness and forced me to designate fixed time for attentive chanting every day. So I'm very grateful to you. Please bless me so I can complete my chanting early in the mornings every day. Another point I want to share is your transcendental qualities. His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj writes in his book, My Prabhupada, that a guest in Jew temple once asked Guru Maharaj, is your Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, is God? Guru Maharaj replied, no, he is not God, but he is godly. He meant that Srila Prabhupada had God's qualities, like father, like son. What are those qualities that Srila Prabhupada had? Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, 21st verse, defines the symptoms of a sadhu. And that are Titikshavaha, Karunika, Suhridaha, Sarvadehinam, Ajat Shatravaha, Shantaha, Sadhava, Sadhu Bhushanaha. So, a sadhu is tolerant, he is compassionate, he is well-wisher of all living entities, and he has no enemy, he is peaceful, and all these qualities apply to you. So I'm very grateful to have your association, and every time you see me, you nod your head. So that alerts me.
Thank you, Mother Manini. Always very thoughtful, very heartfelt. Okay, we have Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, Mother Shobha Kishore, and then Sue Gopi.
Happy Vyasapuja. Happy Vyasapuja and happy birthday, and thank you for the opportunity today to express how much you mean to me and to the whole Iskcon Houston community. A few weeks ago, or maybe a week or two ago, I had someone who was aspiring for you. I ran into them, and we kind of talked a little bit, and I said, "Oh, that's so exciting that you're aspiring for Radha Krishna Prabhu." But I said, he looks so excited, and I was like, maybe he needs to know that he needs to be careful, So I told him, he can read your mind, and I think he understood what I was saying. But just to elaborate, I'm sure all of you here, many of you know, but I've always felt, we call a lot of our people with our initiated names by their, like here we call you RKP, but it's almost like you have a superhero status in our temple. And I've always felt that. And many times people want superhero powers, right? And one of the power, a lot of people like invisibility and other things like that. But for you, your power, you have so many powers, but one of your powers is you can read people's minds. I've always felt that. And I'm sure it's a power that you may not even really like to have, because it comes with a great burden, I think, to be able to see what people are thinking all the time. But I think because of that, I've always feel like you're such a blessing for our temple, because you care so deeply about people. Yes, you have this kind of almost superhero persona where you come off stern, and I think that's what you want to do, because you are one of our spiritual leaders here for so many years. But anyone who knows you, that yes, you have that stern exterior, but inside, you're like almost, you're like a teddy bear in a sense, like a thin teddy bear. You care deeply so much for us. You're so empathetic, and that's what makes you such a great asset and leader for this temple, because you know what people need. Sometimes you are stern with some, others you're a little bit more relaxed with, because you know what we all need to fulfill what you want. You want to follow Srila Prabhupada's mission, you want to follow what Srila Gurudev has instructed you, you want to help all of us go back to Krishna,
And you do that so lovingly. And that empathy, I can tell you, very few people have the kind of empathy you have for people. So thank you so much for that, and we all love you for that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu. We have Mother Shobha Kishore, Sugopi, and then Neela Madhava Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhuji, wish you a very happy Vyasapuja. So much nectar is flowing, Prabhuji, from all the devotees here, glorifying you, and it is a testimony that you are the repository of all good qualities. The most outstanding one I see in you is your straightforwardness. So your straightforwardness is boldly apparent to all, but it is your silent humility that is a powerful force behind it, I feel. Srila Prabhupada defines humility as being not anxious for honor from others. Because you are free from this craving, you possess the rare courage to be honest and straightforward in a world where most prefer to fit in. This inner security allows you to be genuinely appreciative of everyone around you. I have personally heard you glorify many times your God brothers and God sisters, and even those who are far behind you in the trail of Krishna consciousness, praising their abilities to sing, discourse, cook, worship, and so on, often as they are better than you. You see no threat in others' excellence because you are so deeply satisfied in your relationship with your Guru and Krishna that envy has no place in your heart. Our acharyas teach that humility is not just a part of devotional life, it is the heart of it. And clearly your heart is in the right place. Perhaps that might be one of the reasons why our Guru Parampara trusted you to shoulder the responsibility of reclaiming the lost souls and bringing them back to the shelter of Sri Sri Radha Neela Madhava. Despite your vast accomplishments, both materially and spiritually, and your exalted position as a guru, you walk among us as a nobody. Your greatness is so well disguised by your simplicity that it is so easy to miss. A dangerous zone of familiarity that I have found myself in before. I sincerely pray for your forgiveness for the offenses committed and sincerely offer my gratitude for your affection and guidance. We are so blessed, Prabhuji, to have you in our lives, who is always there to help us when we stumble. I humbly pray that you keep us in your eternal shelter and always engage us in your service. I sincerely pray for your continued good health, protection, and long life in the service of Srila Gurudev and our Guru Parampara. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mother Shobha. So I have to ask, there's a lot of noise in the back. We can hear a lot up front. So please, while the offerings are going on, please don't speak in the back. Yeah, if you can keep it down, please. Thank you. Okay. Now we have Mother Sugopi, then we have Neela Madhava, and then Ruchi Ranana Mataji.
Dear Radha Krishna Prabhu, happy birthday, happy Vyasapuja. Earlier this year, you shared a video with me called Becoming Whole. The video traced the process of conserving a painting that had been slashed and seriously damaged. Using the right temperature, humidity, air pressure, and speed, the art conservator carefully worked on the damaged painting for several days. By the end, it looked as good as new. As indicated in the video's title, it had become whole. As I watched the video, both the art conservator and the individual who had their painting restored reminded me of you. Most of us come with scars and slashes from being tossed and tumbled in this material world, just like the painting. But at some point, you come into our lives, like the art conservator, to deeply understand those scars and heal them, even though you have no obligation to do so. It is quite easy to break things or people, but repairing is a task much more demanding. In our consumerist world, everything and everyone is often seen as disposable and replaceable. But like the owner of the painting who did not just throw it away and buy a new one, you don't give up on people. You stand by them despite their imperfections and uplift them. You provide a kind of company that reminds me of Rupa Goswami's recommendation that we associate with sadhus who are snigdha, affectionate, and vara, of high caliber. Thank you for caring for people in a world that feels disappointingly fixated on numbers, things, and fading glamour. Thank you for raising our individual and collective consciousness through your presence, words, and exemplary actions. Thank you for teaching so many of us in our larger temple family how to love each other and how to love Radha and Krishna. Through your meticulous efforts, you help us become whole. Your servant, Sugopi.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Happy Vyasapuja.
Yeah, Haribo. Yeah, so we have Nila Madhava Prabhu, and then Mother Ruchi Ranada and Gauranga Prabhu, and Gauranga Prabhu. Also, after Nila Madhava Prabhu, we're going to begin the offerings. We have some youth from our KD Bhakti Viksha group. They're going to do a nice kirtan while the offerings are going on, and then we're going to resume the last 5 of our offerings. Yeah, the spoken offerings. So we're down to the last 5. We're going to do offer the prasad, and yeah.
Happy Vyasapuja. May 17th, 2012, you had 14 years ago, almost, you had just landed in Singapore, and you wrote a message to myself, Bhagavan, Vrindavan Bihari, Gauranga Chandra, Madhuri Radha, those of us that were in your class together. And you said, I'm just a small expert from it. Thank you for the kindness shown to me before my leaving for my trip. Please chant nicely, follow the regulative principles strictly, and have fun at the same time. And honestly, that line, be strict and have fun, it's a bit of a paradox, right? But that really captures you and the way you taught us, because normally those two things wouldn't even go in the same sentence. But somehow with you, they always did. And for so many years in classes with you, it wasn't just like we read from the scriptures and we just listened to you talk, which is normally when you attend a class, the teacher's talking most of the time. It was very much, it was like a conversation. And our classes were very different. It was like, you know, half you speak, well, not even maybe half you speaking. It was all of us talking. And they were about life. They were practical. And I think you really tried to understand the world that we live in. So I really appreciate that about you. And somehow you always found a way to connect Krishna consciousness to what we were actually going through, what we were actually experiencing, and you made it relevant. And in that way, you helped us see that, yeah, there's a level of strictness in this practice and a level of austerity, but it was also like we could have fun and it could be joyful. And I think that's why, you know, many of us that are in the class, we're still here today. And there's so many things, I mean, throughout our lives, countless things, honestly, where you've guided us, you've pushed us, you've helped us see things more clearly. And one thing about you, and several people spoke to this, is that I think you really do see the truth. Sometimes even before we're ready to see it ourselves. And one thing I really, really appreciate about you is just how perceptive you are. You really get it. You understand people, you understand situations. And I think you probably were always naturally like that, but you understand people and situations and how it connects to Krishna. And I think that has helped so many of us through so many difficult situations. A lot of times something you say at one point doesn't make sense to me at the moment, but later on I'm like, okay, you know, he was right. So many memories together, service together, traveling together. We were in Jagannath Puri together. That was a fond memory. Organizing different things, Pujari room cleanup, Maha cleanup. I miss those old days, but some of my favorite memories are in the kitchen with you. That was so much fun. And I think a lot of us remembered those good old days, and hopefully this year with Cooking Sunday Feast, we can do that together a little bit. And I think many of you may remember that on Radha Krishna Prabhu's birthdays, he would actually cook for all of us. You might remember that. So it's nice that today the devotees get to have this big celebration for you and cook for you and make pizza for you, because you used to make pizza for all of us. And Madhuri Radha echoes a lot of what I'm saying. She told me if she came up here, she would feel too emotional and start crying. But we were remembering that on our wedding day, she was remembering you came up to her and you asked her, like, can I give you a hug? Because you're like a daughter to me. And that's really how it's always felt. And we just want to say, like, while we don't really talk a lot as much these days as we used to, in between life and kids and work and all of that, which is not an excuse. We want to have you over at the house soon, and we're going to figure that out. But Madhuri Radha and I want you to know that you're still very present in our life. We think about you a lot, and so many things you've taught us still guide the way we think, the way we live. And so thank you so much. We love and appreciate you so much. Happy Vyasapuja.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So now we will bring the boga to present. You can offer the boga. And then we're going to have a nice kirtan from our Youth Bhakti Vriksha group.
So give them.
I'll move up here. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna start? I know. Start. Gurudev, kripa bindu diya, karo ei dase, trinape katina. Gurudev, kripa bindu diya, karo ei dase, trinape katina. Sakala sahane paladiya koro nijamane sprahina. Sakala sahane paladiya koro nijamane sprahina. Gurudev kripa bindu diya karo ei dase trinape katina. Sakale samana korite chakati tehonata jata jata. Sakale samana korite chakati tehonata jata jata. তবে তো গাইব হরিনাম সুখে অপরাধ হবে হাতা তবে তো গাইব হরিনাম সুখে অপরাধ হবে হাতা গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করবে দাসে তৃণপেক্ষাতিহীনা কবে নো কৃপা লভিয়ায় জানা কৃতার্থ হইবে নাথা কবে নো কৃপা লভিয়ায় জানা কৃতার্থ হইবে নাথা শক্তি বুদ্ধিহীনা আমি অতি দীনা কর্মরে আত্মসাথা শক্তি বুদ্ধিহীনা আমি অতি দীনা কর্মরে আত্মসাথা গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষাতিহীনা যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পাই তোমার করুণা সারা যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পাই তোমার করুণা সারা করুণা না হইলে খণ্ডিয়া খণ্ডিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আরা করুণা না হইলে খণ্ডিয়া খণ্ডিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আরা গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষাতিহীনা গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষাতিহীনা গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষাতিহীনা গুরুদেব
Gurudev, O spiritual master, give to this servant just one drop of mercy. I am lower than a blade of grass. Give me all help, give me strength. Let me be as you are, without desires or aspirations.
I offer you all respects, for thus I may have the energy to know you correctly. Then, by chanting the holy name in great ecstasy, all my offenses will cease.
When will such mercy fall to this one who is weak and devoid of intelligence? Allow me to be with you.
If you examine me, you will find no qualities. Your mercy is all that I am made of. If you are not merciful unto me, I can only weep, and I will not be able to maintain my life.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Can we get a round of applause for our Bhakti Vriksha youth? Okay. And now we'll continue. We have 5 offerings left. And that's it. Okay. So we have now Mother Ruchi Ranana, then Garanga Prabhu, and then Mother Sharadiya. So now we'll have Mother Ruchi Ranana. She may be back in the kitchen. Okay. Yeah, Garanga Chandra Prabhu. Garanga Chandra Prabhu.
It's a family affair. Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I can't believe it has been another year since your last Vyasapuja. The years are going by too fast, but I'm very grateful because celebrating your Vyasapuja is something my family and I look forward to every year. Celebrating you is spiritually uplifting. To me personally, you have helped me so much in my spiritual growth. I am not a very good listener, as my wife tells me, but whenever you speak, I want to hear every word, and I get disappointed when I miss parts of your classes. When you speak, even though there are many others in the audience, somehow it feels like you are speaking directly to me. My Guru Maharaj tells this story, and forgive me if I don't say it correctly. When he was a college student, Srila Prabhupada came to visit Brandeis University where he was studying. And in that first class he attended, Srila Prabhupada said very strongly, "We are not God." And at that moment, even though there were hundreds of people in that audience, he felt Srila Prabhupada was looking directly into his mind and all the way into his apartment and into his bathroom, where he had a big poster on the wall that said, "I am God," in all capital letters. Sometimes when you speak,